The Empty Chair. It was a quiet Sunday morning in a small town. The sun was soft, and the air smelled like fresh bread from the bakery next door. Inside a little house at the end of the street, a woman named Mary was preparing breakfast. Mary was about 60 years old. Her hair was gray, and her hands moved slowly but kindly. Every Sunday, she made pancakes, eggs, and coffee for her son Tom and his family. She set the table carefully, 2 plates, 2 cups, and 1 small flower in a glass vase. Then she stopped. Her eyes looked at the empty chair across the table. That chair had been her husband's, John's chair. John had passed away 1 year ago. Mary touched the chair gently. "Good morning, John," she whispered. Every Sunday since John died, she still made breakfast for 2. She still talked to him as if he were there. It made her heart feel a little less lonely. That morning, the clock ticked slowly. The house was quiet. Mary looked out of the window and smiled when she saw her son's car stop outside. Tom came in with his little daughter, Lily. She was 6 years old, with bright eyes and golden hair. "Grandma!" Lily shouted and ran to hug Mary. Mary laughed and hugged her back. "Good morning, my sunshine." Tom smiled. "Hi, Mom. Smells good in here." Mary smiled warmly. "Breakfast is ready." They sat down together, Mary, Tom, and little Lily. But next to Mary, the chair was still empty. Tom noticed it and looked down. He didn't say anything. He knew his mother's heart was still heavy. Lily looked at the chair and asked, "Grandma, why is that chair always there? No one sits there." Mary smiled softly. "That's your grandpa's chair, dear. He used to sit there every morning and tell funny stories." Lily's eyes grew wide. "Did he make you laugh?" Mary nodded. "Yes, every single day." Lily looked at the chair for a moment, then quietly said, "I wish I could meet him." Mary touched her hand. "He would love you very much." After breakfast, Lily went to play in the garden. Tom stayed with his mother in the kitchen, helping her wash the dishes. "Mom," he said slowly, "I think maybe it's time to move that chair." Mary stopped washing. Her hands froze in the water. Tom continued, "It's been a year. I know you miss Dad. I do too. But maybe it's better if—" Mary turned and smiled sadly. "Tom, I know you mean well, but that chair is not just a chair. It's part of my heart." Tom sighed softly. "I understand, Mom." He didn't say anything else. He knew how much she missed his father. That afternoon, when they left, Mary stood by the door, waving goodbye. The house became quiet again. Only the sound of the ticking clock and the singing birds outside filled the air. She walked back to the kitchen. The sunlight was soft now, golden and warm. It touched the empty chair, making it glow. Mary sat down across from it and whispered, "I miss you, John, but I'm trying to be strong." She smiled a little and began to talk to the chair about Lily's school, about the garden, about the weather. Just like old times. Days passed, weeks passed, the world outside kept moving. But every morning, the chair was still there, silent, waiting. One morning, when Mary woke up, she felt very tired. Her body was weak, but her heart was calm. She looked at the chair and whispered, "Maybe I'll rest a little longer today." She closed her eyes and slept peacefully. Later that day, Tom came to visit. He knocked on the door, but there was no answer. When he entered, he saw his mother sitting in her chair by the window, her hands folded gently in her lap, a soft smile on her face. And next to her, the empty chair. Tom's eyes filled with tears. He walked closer and saw a letter on the table next to 2 cups of tea. He picked it up and read, "My dear Tom, don't be sad. I am happy now. I'm going to sit with your father again. Take care of Lily, and remember, the chair is never really empty. Love. Mom." Tom held the letter close to his chest. He sat in his mother's chair and looked at the one next to him, the chair that once felt empty. Now it didn't feel empty anymore. He could almost see them, his mother and father, sitting together, smiling, holding hands in the golden light. From that day, Tom never moved the chair. He kept it in the same place, by the window, with a flower on the table. Every Sunday, he and Lily came to have breakfast there. And sometimes, when the sunlight touched the chair just right, it almost looked like someone was sitting there, smiling, listening, and watching over them. Message of the story. Love never leaves. It simply changes form. Even when someone is gone, their presence remains in the little things, a chair, a letter, a morning light. And as long as we remember them, they never truly disappear. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.